Hey guys, Gathering the Magic back again. Had a question about how the Power of 10% strategy is going since I started it. So just to recap, started, I think it was last September, right when SPS was 2 cents, started tracking this account. So I had about 22,000 SPS exactly when I started, and the price was 2 cents, so the total value of the account was $440, or you can look at it as, hey, if I spent $440 when SPS was 2 cents, I got 22,000 SPS. So in the beginning, SPS was going down. So it went from 2 cents and it went down to about 1.3. So we all remember that was right around the low. And at that point, was spending more money out of pocket buying the dip. So every time it fell 10%, would buy 10% and add it to the bag. So it was costing me about 40 bucks each time to do that. So I ended up with another $160 out of pocket by early October. And then, as you know, SPS has kind of been bouncing up and down, but slowly going up. And then we got a nice run where it went from the low of 1.3 all the way up to the high of right around 3.8 cents. So at that point, every time it would go up 10%, was selling 5% of the bag all the way up. So that was recuperating some of the capital that I had spent buying the SPS. So then we were getting, 24, 25. So you can see the amount was slowly going up as the price of SPS was going up. So when SPS hit right around 3.8 cents, that was the last time that we sold part of the bag and ended up $200 ahead of where we started. And the bag was almost exactly where we started. So started with 22,000 SPS, ended up after finished selling at 21,449. So, a little bit 500 SPS or so lower than when we started, but ended up, $200 ahead, $200 extra on the sidelines to buy some more if SPS would go down. So, well, since we know of that high of 3.8 cents, SPS has dipped down to 2.8, actually 2.7, so it's getting very close to my next buy target. Right now, SPS, as I'm recording this, let me refresh, is 2774. So if it ends up hitting 271, yep, we're still at 2774. So if SPS hits 271, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy another 25 or another 10%, which will be about 2,595 SPS. So as of now, today is January 15th. Following the strategy, if you had started with 22,000 SPS, right now you would have just under 26,000 SPS. So you'd have 4,000 SPS more than what you started. The price is a little bit higher than when you started, 2.7 instead of 2 cents. But the total value of your account, so just counting your SPS value, it's about $719. And then you still have about 60, 61 bucks in cash on the sidelines. So altogether, your account would be $780.61. Now, this is not taking into account if there's any kind of fees in the exchange, when you sell or buy. Usually what I do is I use Hive Engine and I do a swap, so I could, swap pretty much one for one between SPS, and I usually just convert that right to DEC and then back. So if you wanted to, at this point, say, okay, I'm done, and take that 61.72 and cash it out and turn that into SPS as well, right now your bag, you'd be sitting at 28,181. So I think the strategy so far looks like it's working pretty well. Like I said, you do have to have a little bit of cash on the sidelines. If when you first start the strategy, if the price right away goes down, of course you're going to be putting more money in. But then, if you have confidence long term that, the price is going to rebound and at least get back to where it started, it looks like you're able to make a nice little profit. So this is by no means financial advice, just, kind of a strategy I wanted to just test out. Right now I am doing a slightly different strategy. Well, not really a slightly different strategy, but I'm using outside funds to build my SPS bag on my main account in Splinterlands. So I don't want to throw that extra SPS funds into this. I want to use this example as strictly you're not putting any outside funds in it other than buying the dip. You're not just, all right, okay, I'm going to buy 5,000 SPS today. It's like, nope, all you're doing in this example is buying 10% when it goes down 10%, selling 5% when it goes up 10%. So on my main account, of course, I have staking rewards, having my SPS staked. Staking rewards are not factored into this, as well as doing some outside purchases. So I'm going to continue to track this um, as long as you guys want me to. I'm going to just keep doing it. So right now my next targets are if SPS, like I said, drops down to 271, we're going to buy. If SPS rebounds, it goes back up to 3.3, then we're going to sell 5% of this bag. So hope you guys found that interesting. Hope you like this information. If you do, please like and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you, Alex, for the comment. He left a comment. It's like, hey, are you doing that strategy? Can you do an update? So I wanted to do that for you, Alex. So shout out to you. Thank you for the question. And as always, guys, stay the course, keep on forging, have fun. Take care.